We also had the under-19 finals last night, Matt, in both codes, football and hurling. We'll start with the hurling. You were there. Bruff beat Monaleen 219 to 114. Pretty comprehensive in the end, Matt. I know it was level at 112 apiece with about 15 to play or so. But Tig Body, a name that you might remember from the Puck Fada competition, got Bruff's second goal, and only their third ever county Premier minor title, Matt, was it?
Yeah, third, 1941, 1983, and now 2022. Yeah, you'd have to say Bruff were very, very worthy winners of the minor title last night. There was a huge crowd out in Father Hayes Park in Carrick-on-Laois. The facilities out there, Jack, are second to none out there. It was lovely venue for the game, and the big crowd created a kind of a cauldron atmosphere, which added to the occasion. And of course, in its previous incarnation as the Minor Hurling Championship, this competition, Jack, was one of the blue ribbon competitions in Limerick hurling each year, and it's the old minor championship now redesignated as under 19. But it was a fantastic game of hurling, and Monaleen, who were beaten in the final by Mungret St. Paul's, would have gone in as favourites, Jack, and in the first half would have more than justified that, because at which stage they led by 4 points. Now, Ronan Lyons was having an absolutely immense game. He was playing at centre forward. You remember him playing as a defender with Limerick Minors and winning a Munster Championship with him. And he was playing at centre forward. I think he ended up with 8 or 9 points in the finish. But by half-time, the odds against Bruff upsetting the favourites would have lengthened, if anything. But they turned in a fantastic second-half performance, Jack. Their half-back line, took over, anchored by Patrick Finn, who I thought had a fantastic second half. Owen Meany and Oisin Mulqueen, they were immense. And but the whole team lifted, Jack. The whole team lifted, and they created 3 goal-scoring chances in 5 minutes and took 2 of them. That's a very, very good conversion rate, and we're very, very unlucky with the first one. Like Dermot Dennehy buried the ball in the net. It was a daisy cutter if there was ever one. And Tig Body followed it up within 5 minutes with a very, very good goal. And having been levelled 112 apiece, suddenly Bruff went 4 points clear. And you got a sense at that stage, Jack, it could have been curtains for Monaleen, because all the momentum at that point seemed to be with Bruff. And with 5 minutes to go, Ron Lyons hit a very, very good free from a very awkward angle, closed the gap to 3 points, but that was only the cue for Bruff to drive on. And they scored 5 points without reply as they finished completely on top. Landmark victory for Bruff. They hadn't won it since 1983, and absolutely a fantastic game, a fantastic occasion, with a new referee, Mike Maloney from Caroline, did an excellent job. More than contributed to it being a great game, and as I said, a huge crowd and a memorable, not just a memorable match, Jack, but